Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Our today's topic is collection of secondary data. There are two main sources of secondary data: published source and unpublished sources. Some of the published sources of secondary data are: number one, government publications. See, ministries of central and state government in India publish a variety of statistics as their routine activity. As these are published by the government, data are fairly reliable. And some of the notable government publications on statistics are Annual Survey of Industries, Agricultural Statistics of India, reports, report on currency and banking, Reserve Bank of India Bulletin, etc. Second, published sources, semi-government publications. See, semi-government bodies such as municipalities and metropolitan councils, they publish data relating to education, health, births, and deaths. So these data are also fairly reliable and useful. Uh, the third one is reports of committees and commissions. See, committees and commissions appointed by the government also furnish a lot of statistical information in their reports. Finance Commission, Monopolies Commission, Planning Commission are some of the notable commissions in India which supply detailed statistical information in their reports. And fourth one is publications of trade associations. Some of the big trade associations, through their statistical and research division, collect and publish data on various aspects of trading activity. For example, uh, Sugar Mills Association publish information regarding sugar mills in India. Um, Sixth, published sources, journals, and fifth, publication. Fifth, published publications is publication of research institutions. Uh, Various universities and research institutions publish information as findings of their research activities. In India, for example, Indian Statistical Institute, National Council of Applied Economic Research publish a variety of statistical data as a regular feature. And now another published sources, journals and papers. Many newspapers such as the Economic Times, as well as the magazines such as Commerce Facts for You, also supply a large variety of statistical information. Now, publication of research scholars. See, individual research scholars also sometimes publish the research work containing some useful statistical information. And the eighth one is international publications. And so, international organizations such as UNO, World Bank, IMF, and foreign governments, etc., also publish a lot of statistical information. And these are used as secondary data. Now, another source of secondary data, main source is unpublished sources. Uh, Unpublished sources, if we discuss here, there are some unpublished secondary data as well. These data are collected by the government organizations and others, generally for their self-use or office record. These data are not published, they are unpublished numerical information. These unpublished numerical information may, however, be used as a secondary data. Now, we need to take certain precautions in the use of secondary data. We have to keep some points in our mind while collecting secondary data. like whether the data is reliable, whether the data is are suitable for the purpose of inquiry, or whether the data are adequate. Now, in order to assess the reliability, suitability, and adequacy of the data, we must keep certain points in mind. Number one is the number one is ability of the collecting organization. Uh, you see, one should check the ability of the organization which initially collected the data. The data should be used only if it's collected by able, experienced, and impartial investigators. Number second is objective and scope. One should note the objective of collecting data as well as the scope of investigation. Data should be used only if the objective and scope of the study as undertaken earlier match with the objective and scope of the present study. And third point here is method of collection. See, the method of collection of data by the original investigator should also be noted. The method adopted must match the nature of investigation. Uh, Number third is method of collection, and number fourth is time and conditions of collection. See, one should also make sure of the period of investigation as well as the conditions of investigation. For example, data collected during war times may not be suitable to generalize certain facts during the peace times. Uh, and the fifth one is definition of the unit. One should also make sure that the units of measurement used in the initial collection of data are the same as adopted in the present study. If the unit of measurement differs, the data must be modified before use. And the fifth and sixth point is accuracy. Accuracy of the data should also be checked. If the available data do not conform to the required degree of accuracy, these should be discarded. So, in short, as stated by the Bowley, it's never safe to take published statistics at their face value without knowing their meaning and limitations. So, these are the two main sources of secondary data: published sources and unpublished sources. In the next topic, we will discuss the census and sampling and the census and sample methods of collecting data. That means we will discuss the census and sample methods of collection of data in our next topic. Thank you very much.